So the public beta for iOS 16 is finally here, giving everyone access to all the new features. So let me show you how to install it. First of all, go to your Safari browser and there type beta.apple.com. So here, as you can see, you get a preview of iOS 16 and also iPadOS, and if you scroll down and all, and a lot more. So to install it, first you'll have to sign into your Apple ID. So I'll just quickly sign in. Now you can just read the instructions on screen, or you can just directly click on enroll just by tapping here. So now follow the on-screen instructions and take a backup of your phone in case you want to downgrade from iOS 16 back to iOS 15. So I'll just quickly take a iCloud backup by going to settings, tapping on my name and then iCloud and then iCloud backup. And do keep in mind to enable all the options while taking a backup. Go back and install the developer profile. Just tap on download profile and you'll get a pop-up. Just tap on allow and now head over to your settings. And here at the right top under your name you'll get a pop-up just to install it. But for some reason you don't get the option, you can just go back and just go to general, then scroll down and tap on VPN and device management. Here you'll see the profile. Just tap on it and tap on install. Once you enter iPhone passcode, it will ask you again for a confirmation to install it. Just tap on it. Then it will ask you for a restart. I personally think there's no need to restart your phone. So now you can just head back and tap on software updates. Wait for it to load. And here you'll get the option for iOS 16 public beta. So I'll just tap on install. It will require your iPhone passcode. So it's asking me to use my mobile data. I'll just tap on allow. So this update comes in around from 2 GB to around 5 GB depending on your iPhone model. In my case it's just 4 GB. So here it's showing me 45 minutes. Once that's done, I'll come back. So the download has just finished and I'll just tap on install and verify my passcode. So here in this process your iPhone will restart 2 times and the display will show a progress bar. First progress bar will go a bit slow, then the second one will be much faster. So I'll just skip this part. And done! Now I'm successfully running iOS 16. But should you install it on your device or not? Now for those who don't know what's a public beta or what it does, so basically it's just a copy of the developer version but for everyone giving access to all the new features in the new iOS. So this year Apple launched iOS 16. So you can try all the new features before its official release later this year. Now this update has a ton of new features and especially the biggest highlight is the new lock screen. Especially the option to customize and add widgets. Now, if you have an Apple Watch, this might be a familiar territory because it basically acts like your Apple Watch faces. On the Apple Watch where you get multiple lock screens and you can just shuffle between them. Having different designs, different fonts and all that. And all of this is pretty amazing in my opinion. And now you can also unsend, edit or directly delete a message in iMessage. And now we also get live text in video. And this very cool new feature called passkeys, which basically replace all your passwords with Face ID or Touch ID on most important applications and websites, which is pretty amazing. But all these features won't be available until later this year, until everyone gets the new update. So keep that in mind. And even though Apple showed these features in their keynote, they won't be available until later this year. And one more thing to be kept in mind is the battery life is going to be terrible on all this developing stage. So your battery will drain much quicker as it used to be. So just keep that all in mind before you go and update to the beta version. Should you install the update or not now? There's no simple answer for this question. On one hand you have terrible battery life and a lot of bugs, and on the other side you have the all latest new features. But one thing you must be knowing, that being on this developing stage, they often crash and basically break your phone for quite often. And Apple also says that developer versions must not be installed on the primary device. Because if you install it on your main device, you might be in a situation where the phone is basically bricked and completely unresponsive for a couple of minutes until you can actually use it. So that's a bit of an issue. But the biggest issue I think when it comes to the developing or the beta versions is that many developers that don't update the application to support them. And the developers only update the apps once the official release, so a few applications might not work as intended, which might be a serious issue if you have some work application or school application which stops working with an update. So keep that in mind. And also your banking application won't work. For example, HDFC app, as you can see here, it's crashing up. I only found Google Pay to work just fine. And this happens because it's a security reason for the banking application. So they don't update them. So just think twice before you update and install it. But to basically conclude all of this, if you have a secondary device and if you want to try this, do definitely install the public beta, as it is much stable compared to the developer stage. But if you install it on a primary device, be cautious when you install it, because again I said the applications few might not work. If you have some work or something, it won't be possible. And keeping that all aside, there are a lot of bugs in it. Some bugs like the flashlight won't work properly or the camera app may show a bit delay. And even though Apple fixed these bugs after the release of the public beta, they're still kind of present in the system. But I feel it's still good enough. It's not going to break your phone permanently or something. You'll just experience a small hiccups here and there and all this. And also if your phone don't function properly, it's not a big issue. It's just a matter of 2 months. But that's pretty much it. And again, all of the new features, especially the lock screen, is amazing update and worth trying out. But yeah, and if you're wondering when will the stable version of iOS 16 be out, so iOS 16 will be out in second or the third week of September. That's usually the time when Apple has the new keynote for the iPhone's release and all. And iOS 16 is only supported on the devices from iPhone 8 and above. So if you have an iPhone 7 Plus or lower, you won't be able to install it on any of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.